Hi, Daniel here from Wontek.com. Today we're going to be reviewing a phone that's come out on Straight Talk called the ZTE Merit. The ZTE Merit is an Android-based phone that runs off the AT&T network. It's fully 3G and it's currently priced at $129. It has a 5 megapixel camera. The 5 megapixel camera is not fantastic. The shots are quite grainy looking and they're not really that great. But I mean, you're probably not going to buy this phone just for the camera. It is on the Straight Talk Unlimited $45 plan, which gives you unlimited texts and unlimited calls and unlimited data. But read the fine print on unlimited data. It is a phone using AT&T's network, so it is a phone that will work pretty much everywhere in the country. Because this phone is made by ZTE, I was expecting it to be kind of cheap and nasty a little bit. The buttons, the power button at the top and the volume buttons on the side and also the home button at the bottom feel a little cheap. You know, they're a little bit loose, you know, they're not real firm. That's probably the only thing as far as the exterior of the phone goes that I find to be exceptionally, you know, cheap and nasty. But it may not be, it's probably not going to be a problem. I mean, using the phone with these buttons, I haven't got any problems. It seems to be just fine. The phone has a slight rubber coating on the outside of the plastic, which gives it a little bit more grip when you're holding it. When you are holding the phone, it does remind you of reminds me of a bar of soap, a new bar of soap. It feels like that to touch. Before the soap has water on it, that is. It has all the normal inputs that you would expect from an Android phone. It has a micro USB port for charging and data on the right hand side of the phone, which I thought was a little bit of a strange spot to have it. The power button at the top, and just across here we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, so there's not going to be problems when you're playing music on this or listening to Pandora or any other services. It's fully compatible with your current headphones. So I've been using this phone all day today and I really can't find many problems with it. I did have one call which did drop out. Whether it was due to this phone or not, I don't know. Put it this way, the call that I made would never normally drop out, so it could very well have been this phone. You know, it's got Wi-Fi built in if for some reason you needed faster data transfers, and that's already on the 3G. As far as network speed goes with this phone, it's reasonably fast. I was getting 1.8 megabyte downloads, so I mean that's not too bad. I mean, I have seen faster using different phones, so this might have some limitations as far as what download speeds it can actually get, whether that's software or hardware. I'm not sure how they have done that, but I know if I put the SIM card that's in this into another phone, I can get a lot faster downloads. Who's this phone for? This phone would be for someone that's nagging their parents for a smartphone, someone that loves being connected to the internet all the time, who just has to have a touchscreen phone. So I would say, you know, if you've got a kid that's saying, oh yeah, I want an iPhone and all this kind of jazz, give them this phone, because I mean they're going to get done exactly what they need to get done with this phone, and it's not going to break their arm and leg with data costs. The phone's hardware inside it is reasonably powerful. It is a 600 megahertz single core processor, which I mean that's not too bad. I mean that's still going to get the things you want done. Don't expect it to play any high performance 3D games that are designed for Android, because if you try that, you're going to be kidding yourself. It's not going to work. The touch screen is 3.5 inches, which is a reasonably sized screen for all the things that you want to get done. The first thing I noticed when I was using the capacitive touchscreen was how responsive it was. It was quite good, and I thought that was fantastic given the price of the phone. One thing I will say though is the screen is not fantastic to look at. The backlit LCD is not very bright, and if you look closely enough, and you don't have to look real close, you can see the pixels. So it's not a high resolution screen. The version of Android that is being used on the phone is the Gingerbread 2.3.5, which is very easy to use, and because it's a lower version of Android, it runs really well on this phone because it doesn't require as many resources as later versions. The phone does include a 2 GB micro SD card for storing music and videos and things on, which is, I guess that's sort of become a standard with a lot of the straight talk phones of recent. The phone comes with a charger and a micro USB cable which can be used to connect the charger to the phone. The micro USB cable can also be used for data to connect the phone to your laptop computer. Looking at the software on the phone, there doesn't appear to be any tethering options. Straight Talk seems to have taken that out of the software, which is understandable because it does break their terms of service agreement. Alright, that's it for me. Until next time, see you later.